Order. It is 5:42 p.m. and this is the agenda of the regular meeting for the RGC 4B EDC. Today is Tuesday, November 2nd, and again, for the record, it is 5:42 p.m. This time I'll ask Commissioner Flores for the invocation and Ms. Perez for the Pledge of Allegiance.
In the waiting room. Adriana in the waiting room.
Bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we thank you for giving us another day of life and for allowing us to gather here today to conduct city business. We ask for your guidance in making the best decisions for our city and its residents. We ask for protection for all of our law enforcement and firefighters, and also for our residents in this community to keep us safe from this ongoing pandemic and any other illnesses that may plague us. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor to the flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, ladies. Item 2, roll call, item of quorum. Ms. Garza?
Yes. Mr. Ramirez?
Here.
Mrs. Perez?
Present.
Mr. Fred Lopez? Not present. Dr. Margo?
Present.
Mr. Garza? Not present. Ms. Flores?
Present.
And Mr. Villarreal? Not present. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Item 3, public forum. Anybody sign up for public forum?
No, sir.
Okay. Item 4, approval of minutes from the previous meeting.
I move that we accept the minutes as presented.
Second.
Okay, got a motion, got a second. Everybody in agreement, signify by raising your right hand. Against left hand. Motion passes. This time, if there's no objection, we'll skip to item number 6. Okay, so item 6, discussion and possible action to approve promotional and entertainment services by Alexander Quintanilla for the 13th annual Chili Showdown. Ms. Guillen?
Yes, members, we have before us a proposal by Mr. Quintanilla, who has worked with us in the past on the Chili Showdown. He's got on there a lineup of entertainers, including Los Palominos this year, so we're excited about that. In his service to the city and the EDC, he also includes a DJ service. He serves as the MC. He does the video promotions for social media and puts on some radio spots in La Patrona. I think it's 107.5. And of course, this is the proposal that we have for this year. I know last year we didn't have an event, and we thought we'd go all out this year with a really nice celebration downtown. So I'm happy to answer any questions, but we're here to ask for your approval of this presentation for next year's Chili Showdown. So
this event will take place on Saturday, the 29th of January.
Exactly.
Yes, and it'll be the same location there on Britton Street, on Britton Boulevard. And
we've already started promoting the event. There was a cook-off in McAllen this weekend, and so there were some teams that were out there that already listed to save the day. I know there's also another cook-off happening somewhere in Central Texas. 2 of the teams said they could not make it, but for the most part, everyone that was out there was looking forward to making this on their calendar for cook-off. So we're hoping to get some additional teams this year from outside of Rio Grande City.
I move that we approve the promotional services.
All right, I've got a motion.
Second.
Got a second. Everybody in agreement, signify by raising your right hand. Against left hand. Motion passes. Very good. And just for the record, we got Los Palominos coming, so I guess that's one of the main groups coming in, so excited for that event coming up here. Like Ms. Guillen said, we didn't have one last year due to the pandemic, but again, we're trying to go out this year, so it should be a nice event, so I hope y'all can join us. Okay?
And I'm excited for Sergio and Roping the Wind.
There you go. Hey, we got several.
Give me the country band.
There you go. Very good. Thank you all so much. So skipping to item number 7, we have discussion and possible action to approve promotional entertainment services for the Christmas Lights Festival.
Yes, with us today we have a representative of the school district who's going to tell us a little bit about their Christmas Lights Festival going on at historic Fort Ringgold. Mr. Osuna, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect.
Drive safely, sir. I can see you're driving. So.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Ramirez, and everybody on the board. There's, I guess, some miscommunication with the dates, and I wasn't able to attend in person. But I do thank you all for allowing me to zoom in on this one. I'm actually picking, and Coach, you'll enjoy this one. I'm picking up my daughter from practice right now, as a matter of fact. So But I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that you all gave us the opportunity to give support to ask for your assistance in this matter. I know we've spoken to Ms. Yan regarding this, and it is an event that we're planning for the 10th and 11th of December. And it's basically in a way to motivate our community to come back to our school district, to enjoy, the time that we have. We've been away for about a year with COVID, and this year has been all about, bringing back some normalcy to our campuses. And we want to go ahead and go all out this year to make a festival, basically like the ones they have in Hidalgo County, where they have the Festival of Lights, where people drive by and see all the pretty lights and everything. We plan to leave it all for the month of December. Even when we're on vacation, we're going to leave it open for the public to go drive by and feel like we're going to light it up every night. However, we have been in touch with the city and EDC regarding some assistance that we have regarding, like, for example, the musical group. And I'm glad that y'all getting the Palominos, actually. That sounds amazing. Y'all getting it for the chili cook-off. I know that the Palominos were one of the groups that we were interested in acquiring. However, I believe it's not official yet, but we're looking into Michael Salgado. But we do ask, from some assistance from the city to help us pay some of the costs, if not, at least for the musical guest. I know that we have been meeting with several of the city officials, and we've been meeting basically once a week to discuss all of the wonderful things. And as you've seen behind me, I'm sorry, but my daughter's coming in. We are planning a lot of activities for the kiddos. The snow with the snow tubing. We're gonna have a musical guest. We're gonna have our mariachis, our conjunto, our band play also, cheerleaders, drill team. We're gonna have a mini carnival. We're gonna have some vendors, food vendors, and basically we're gonna have every campus and every department join in to decorate for this festival, and we want to make it as big as possible, and hopefully it can continue being a yearly event. And at this time, I asked to see if I can get some assistance from your committee.
Thank you, Mr. Osuna. Please be safe.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Yan.
So in the packet, they have...
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate it.
Sure, so in the packet...
I'm sorry, what was that?
In their packet, they have information, the draft save the date flyer that you provided us. And I know that this it outlines all of the activities.
I know that we included also your logo, just to make sure that people understand that it is not a partnership, but basically it is, because we're asking for your assistance and from you and from the city for this endeavor. It is something that's never been done by our school district. So I know that we've spoken to Sarah, I believe, that's been helping us out, because y'all have a lot more experience in this, and we want, like I said, we want to continue this every year, make it bigger and better every single year. But of course, your guidance is muchly appreciated.
Thank you. Members, we do have a contract here that Sarah has worked out with, or in working with the district to secure the performer. The contract here outlines the performance on November the 11th, and while this December 11th. While this contract is made out to Mr. Villarreal, that is something that I was told would be changed, so that it would reflect upon my signature with the approval of the EDC. And I don't know, Sarah is the one that had more information on this contract. If there's any particular questions, please feel free to ask right now. There is one thing that did come up, and that was the sound and the stage that is outlined in this contract. We obviously had information that Sarah had conveyed to the group that the sound and stage would be provided by the district. Do you have
Mr.
Yes, I know it. Yes, there was lots of transmission today regarding the sound and the stage, and that's something that we are looking into already.
Okay.
We have several things, it's actually out on the screen right now. We have several RCs in consideration. So it will be provided. That will be provided by us.
Okay. Thank you for that. Are there any questions?
Yes, ma'am.
The event, about this contract?
And I would suggest that the contract be reviewed and approved by legal with whatever adjustments are necessary.
Okay.
But as far as the event itself, I would move that we approve entering into a contract approved and taken care of through legal for these promotional services for the Christmas Lights Festival.
I second that.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Ms. Peterson.
Thank you, Mr. Osuna. Again, if there are
Thank
no
you,
more,
Mr. Ramirez.
if there's no more discussion on this item, we've got a motion by Ms. Perez, second by Commissioner Flores. Everybody in agreement, signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes. All right, very good.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Osuna. Appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good one.
You too.
So at this time, we're going to be going to executive session. Is that correct? Okay, so this time, session, Chapter 551, Texas Government Code, 551.071, consultation with attorney, Section 551.072, real estate, and Section 551.087, deliberations regarding economic development negotiations, letters A and B. I believe letters A and B. Yes, at this time it is 5:53 and we're going to executive session. from executive session. It is 6:19 p.m. Item 11A, discussion and possible action regarding economic development negotiations and an offer of financial assistance to project number 2021-3 under Chapter 380 of the Texas Local Government Code.
I move that we authorize Linda Guillen to negotiate and enter into a contract with approval based on the terms that were discussed in executive with the approval of legal on prospect 2021-3.
Dash 5.
5.
Oh, that's dash 3 here. For
It's
item
3.
8?
No,
Item A is-
it's dash 5. That prospect is dash 5.
So it's, so I read
So
the
They're swapped.
they're reversed.
Oh,
reversed, okay.
I'm sorry. It's
So it's B.
Reverse, okay, so
2021-5.
dash 5, okay.
Okay.
I second.
We got a motion by Ms. Perez, seconded by Dr. Margot. Everybody in agreement, signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, so no action, item A, that was for item B. Very good.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Dr. Margot.
Oh, you got the bag.
So going back to items that we skipped earlier in the meeting, going back to item number 4, I'm sorry, item
Number
5, financial report. Ms. Guillen?
Yes, before I begin on this report, I just want to ask that we be excused by our guests who have been waiting for us here today. Obviously, Dr. Margot had another commitment and he had stretched his time to be here to take care of some important action items. He won't be able to hear our reports, but we'll be sure to, inform him of those activities. So thank you for bearing with us for this time. Be safe, Dr. Margot.
Thanks.
Okay, so you've got the expenditure report in your packet, and this is obviously just for your review and information. Something that I want to point out is that this report does not reflect the deposit made to the EDC for the month of October. The revenue report hasn't been updated through finance, and is he here? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I confirmed this morning. It'll be up sometime next week, I think. But just so you know, in that first deposit of sales taxes, we got $92,631.68. So that's our current deposit into the sales tax revenue up until now. And then you will see the expenditures in the packet beginning on page 10. And a report of your sales taxes. We're just starting out the fiscal year, so we only have 1 month to look at. But we are expected to see our sales taxes grow with the construction of new business that is quickly going up in our community. I know that this here report shows that we're down 5.66%. When I looked at what we received last year, this month, it was closer to like 98,000, I think, for the EDC. But maybe Donette can give us a better assessment of that.
This is the first month of, this is the first month of the year. Obviously, last year had been the highest that we had gone. This year is a little bit lower than last year, but it's still the second highest that we've ever gone. I don't know how things are going to point out in the future, but I think we should be okay. And this is only a 5% drop. Last year we were up and down a couple of months, so hopefully next month we'll see an increase again, and we'll stay at least at the same level that we were at this year.
So yeah, you're right. We're the second highest this month.
Yes.
So.
All right, very good. Thank you. Any other questions for Mr. Cantu? All right, thank you, Mr. Cantu. Moving on to item number 8, Main Street Advisory Board project updates. We have Ms. Hernandez or Ms. Gonzalez. Welcome.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for having us. It's a pleasure being here. It's been a while. I was here maybe a couple of months ago to present on some of the projects that we would have liked to have moved on with, which you were generous enough to go ahead and approve. So I'm here today to go ahead and give you a few updates.
Okay.
And please let me know if you have any questions as I'm going. To start off, of course, a couple of the projects that were included in the, I guess, request from last time was the Mosaic Project, which is ongoing and moving into this year's budget because of course, the, I guess the length that it would take. We have a lot of different areas to keep in mind on doing the mosaic. We are leaning towards using property or a location that is city-owned due to maintenance, updates, and so forth on that. So when we get everything finalized and all, we will present that to you as it goes on. And also,
Ms.
pardon?
Gonzalez, the Mosaic Project, I'm trying to remember if I had mentioned this to the board or if Sarah had mentioned it in the last report. We had identified doing this at Anniversary Park.
Yes.
This is something that Ms. Gonzalez wanted to do, being the art teacher. She started up some of the windows there, and her husband felt very strongly that it's something that their family wanted to finish. So while we were looking at doing that work for them, to have some nice artistic display at the park, he decided that between him and his children, they would proceed to do that. So now you're looking for another location to display these mosaics, and we haven't identified that yet.
Not yet. We are thinking of using the patio that's outside the museum, and there's a large, it's not a well, but an area that's there, and so we're thinking of maybe doing the mosaic there in different sections, and it'll be a historical timeline that'll be put there. Of course, the maintenance, there's always a maintenance with any of these projects that are outdoors. So that is one of the locations that we're contemplating getting all the materials for and all there.
Okay, very good.
And also the murals, we're looking at 2 different locations right now. We're going to zoom in on one of them. Of course, there's a lot of legalities, a lot of paperwork to be done, homeowners or business owners where that mural might be coming up on. And we're looking at 2 different locations right now. But again, you know, nothing's set in stone yet. There's a lot of legalities to go through and different decisions that need to be made on that. That'll also be a historical timeline. Also, going back on a couple of current projects, the pumpkin patch has been very successful. There's a lot of people that are going out for photo ops and families that have really enjoyed that. So that was a great idea, and it turned out very well. And Christmas decorating in that same spot will be coming up for the Christmas season. One of the very, very important projects that we had was Small Business Campaign, which is Shop Downtown, Meet Me Downtown. So on that, we've gotten a lot of promotional items, and Sarah here will go ahead and pass out some of the cups that were ordered. There's several promotional items that were ordered, and they're going to be shared with the downtown businesses. They'll use these promotional items to give to customers to promote their business. So this is only one of them, and we're also going to be starting some videos. It's going to be starting this Thursday to promote the small businesses downtown. It's starting there on Britton. And also the Christmas lights are being put up already on Britton Avenue. And of course, the Christmas lighting event, which is December 1st, will be kicking off the Christmas events here in the city and downtown area. Also, our coordinator, Sarah, did go into American Express, and there's a program that they have, and it's Your Neighborhood Campaign. It's an application that was filled out, and what they do is they extend kind of this program that we were doing on promotional items. What they do is they add more promotional items. They contribute to what we're doing right now. And this is, of course, to encourage the community to shop small, to shop downtown. So that was approved today. And let me see what else. Any questions up to now on any of the items that I've gone over?
No, but the Shop Local campaign is something that, that does send out some really nice stuff. We might even have some from last year. But they usually send those clings, the Shop Local clings that you could put on the windows. They send a lot of materials, so every year they change it up, so it's a little different. But that with this is going to be a nice complement to the Shop Local campaign.
And a lot of the businesses downtown are still struggling, regardless of COVID being a bit, I guess, lifted a bit or a little bit better in control. But the support that all the small businesses need, I think, is really, really very important to all the surviving businesses that have been there for 20, 25 years and so on, and the new incubators as well. We have one incubator actually that started up. It's a Medicare store, Miss Yolanda. I think her last name is Mireles. And so she's doing very well. I talked to her and she loves the location, the customers or the contacts that she has really, really like I guess, the neutral area of meeting with her there. So that is turning out really well as well. Also, we are tentatively planning food trucks at a designated area downtown, there on Main Street. And we are participating on a comprehensive work plan, identifying our needs in the downtown area. This is a long-term plan, but Sarah had gone to a training. She brought back a lot of really good information, and I think that Ms. Guillen had shared some of that with us in a past meeting also. So we are participating in that comprehensive plan already. And also the transformation strategies. We've gone ahead and identified two that we will be implementing, and actually we've kind of been implementing that already without even realizing. And one of them is the business activation development. And another one is maintaining authenticity, which is something that we've kind of done all along. But there's a lot more to it than meets the eye on that. There's so many different areas that will be advantageous to the Main Street program. So that is something that we have adopted.
Along those lines, Gonzalez, talking about authenticity and all that, keeping Rio unique. I know we had started sometime back benches and some, what do you call them, macetas, powder, those big pots.
The pots and the trash cans and so on.
Are we continuing that? I know light posts and whatnot to kind of get that feel of like authenticity and unique to Rio.
Some of those vintage poles that we had started have been finished. I don't know if y'all have noticed, they're really pop. They were, I guess, very, very, well, they were, my gosh.
The silver ones?
Yes, the silver. There was about 16 of those, and they were repainted, retouched, and touched up and repainted. And so, yes, we're going to continue. We've ordered the banners for downtown as well, seasonal and for year-round.
That's nice, yes.
And we'll continue interchanging the panels that are on the trash cans for different events and promoting different businesses and so forth, too. And the city, of course.
Looks wonderful.
Yes.
The flags and all of the Rattler signs.
Makes a difference, yes.
It really does, and the kids appreciate it.
So we have a long way to go, but I think that with a lot of this promotion for the downtown businesses, that'll motivate them to, I guess, invest in their business and also to update like their facades and so forth. So in the next budget, we have a couple of facade grants as well that are going to be available. And thanks to you all, we've got, of course, different programs that can help the people that are investing into renovations right now, you know, with those large containers and so forth for the trash.
This board approved the budget for facade grants, and I think Sarah had recommended that they be increased. So there's 2 grants for $5,000 a piece that are available this fiscal year. And I've already had some, in fact, someone reached out to me today about it because they're looking at, they just purchased the old Edelstein's building.
Oh,
and
nice.
so that one is one that will probably come your way. They just got an application. And then That program, the other program that this board has also authorized is the cleanup program, the core project, and we've been working with Gilbert to get Café Mexico cleaned out, so that too is...
that application already to...
Yeah, and I think Gilbert's already programmed the container to be delivered.
The Edelstein building, is that the old FAMSA?
Yeah, on 2nd Street. Also, let me see if there's, we are looking into bringing to the commissioners for approval 2 additional board members. We'll be going ahead and recommending to community people that we feel would be a big asset to the Main Street Advisory Board. So that would be coming, I believe, this next meeting. We do have a little bio on each one of them, which we'll share. And they're very dynamic individuals that are very vested in the downtown area and very focused, and I think they have the same goals that we do.
Have they been notified or have they accepted the invitation to participate?
Yes. Yes, there are 2 that we've already contacted, we've approached, and they are all in. They're really excited about coming on board.
Are you going to share their names?
Well, I could. One of them is Edith Guerra of Guerra Dentistry.
Great.
And she's very involved and has a lot of background in events, and she's very dynamic. Yes, very dynamic. And also Ms. Leti Cantu from Lone Star Bank. And she has also shown much interest, and she's very excited as well. And so we hope that commission will approve once we bring them up. You know, we make the recommendation. And so, of course, that would be us abiding by the bylaws. We're having 7 advisory board members on the Main Street.
So they're replacing Ted Rivera and who else?
Yes, Ted Rivera, and we had 1 open from before. And I believe that to close off the courthouse renovation, Sarah and I went ahead and talked to Ms. Cynthia Fuentes on the renovation that's coming down the road. And we offered design services from the Main Street, Texas Main Street. And so that's going to be a huge investment, which is going to be part of the Main Street. So we're real excited about that, and we're hoping that we can play a part in that renovation that they're going to be doing.
If the board didn't get a chance to see the coverage on that, but Henry Cuellar, our congressman, was in town to make that grant announcement to the county, and obviously they have some roles that they have to follow when it comes to historic preservation, so they're working with the right agency on all of that, but I don't remember the amount. It was in the millions, no?
Yes.
The total investment is going to be 11 million. So they got a grant for close to 3 million, but they're also applying for another grant through the Texas Historical Commission.
Yeah.
Which is good for us because we know that they're going to be specific on how it gets researched.
Yeah.
So they're very excited about that, and they were very happy to hear that there's resources out there through the Texas and Main Street for them as far as facade and, you know, the different types of I guess, restoration that they have to offer. So does anyone have any questions on any of the project updates that I've given thus far?
No, thank you all so much.
Sure, of course. And thank you all for all the support. We really, really appreciate everything you do for us. Of course, we're here for our community and for the city, and we're having a lot of volunteers that are coming in, and they're helping out as well. Subcommittee meetings and meetings towards these events that we're going to be kicking off in December. And all our projects starting off this fiscal year.
Yes.
I love the lights. That's my favorite holiday.
And Sarah has a lot of plans for us when it comes to lighting downtown, so.
Ms. Gail was
Sarah, is there anything else you'd like to expound on before I close?
And I don't have any questions, but I do want to say, thank you, Ms. Gonzalez, for leading. You have a great advisory board.
Yes, we do.
I've been working with you all for the last three and a half years, and you have excellent board members. Ms. Denise Alanis, Esther Ayala, and also Adolfonso Garcia and Oscar Gonzalez, they work really well together. And every year you all come up with different ideas, different projects, and I really want to thank you all for your commitment to downtown and all of your time and dedication. We're very, very happy. You know, you all are a tremendous asset to the city, and we thank you for all of your efforts.
Thank you so much. And also, I'd just like to say that our main focus, I think, should be or is coming to renovate some of the, I guess, abandoned buildings, you know, to reach out to the shareholders, perhaps spark interest in someone buying them from people that are not really doing anything with their properties, and try to drive and get some people to come downtown and start, you know, opening businesses downtown. I think we take it a block at a time. I think that would be more, I guess, effective instead of trying to do everything at once. So taking it a block at a time and getting with those shareholders, and perhaps there might be some more grants out there through the city or other kind of resources that maybe they can tap into to be able to bring these people downtown as well.
I agree.
Okay?
And I did see that we have a new tenant, Aria Beauty Bar, correct, Sarah?
We have what, sir?
A new tenant,
New tenant?
Aria Beauty Bar? I saw
Oh,
it.
yes, yeah, down.
That's on 2nd Street?
Yeah, that's on Main Street.
Main
Right
Yes.
close to the Main Street office.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
And thank you for continuing, Sarah, to push for occupancy in those spaces. And for all your work since you've been in charge of the Main Street.
She's a very dynamic individual to work with.
She
The
is.
whole group, we just love working with her. So we've had very good, we've had excellent coordinators in the past, but Sarah's really, really good to work with. So we thank you all for that.
Good to know. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
have a good evening.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the notice. Very good. Moving on to item number 9, Executive Director Report on Ms. Guillen.
So you've got some quick stats in there on your sales taxes, which we've already discussed. In addition, I have the workforce report. Our Workforce Solutions publishes these, and we're seeing unemployment decline, which is good. Not to the degree we would hope, but anything going in that trend downward is favorable to our city. You'll see here that the government sector is seeing the largest job growth. So the leisure and hospitality sector too. Remember that they had significant job loss with the pandemic, so they're still trying to pick up the hotels, like Ms. Gonzalez said, your mom and pop shop restaurants. Those in the hospitality sector really need our support. I did not have the permit report, but did you email that to me, Angela? Let me see if I can pull up the permit report, because we do have several occupancy permits that have been issued here at the city, and I always include those so that you know what new businesses are coming into town. My phone's not wanting to pick up. You have it? No, it's not working. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different occupancy permits that were issued last month. We do have one that came by our office just this week. They're Hands of Gold by More Natural Life. The girl that came in here to drop off her chamber application was so thrilled that she's going into business, new business. She's been working out of her home. She does this like fancy work on the body that's supposed to help slim all of those puffiness, puffy areas of the face.
And they're running a special in November. I saw
I
that
heard,
today.
I know, I'm supposed to let everybody, all us women know. But so she's an example of those that are coming into the business, coming into new business with so much excitement and enthusiasm. They're down the street from here at City Hall. Then we have another one, Taco and Sports Bar. This is over on Hospital Road. Mel's Income Tax, Infinitus LLC. They're here on Embassy. Rocket Social Club, that's also over there on 3167. I'll make sure to email you guys this report so you can just take a look at those new businesses that are opening, but there's confidence in the economy, and so it's nice to hear that businesses are coming forward and wanting to open up shop here in Rio Grande City, so that's very encouraging. In addition to these businesses that have just recently pulled their occupancy permits with us, we've also been meeting with other businesses that are interested. Obviously, we spoke about one earlier in our executive session, but we do have people looking at the Lopez Tijerina courtyard, and I think Sarah, myself, and Angela have showed those spaces, and it's just a matter of them coming forward with their interest in signing a contract with the city, but we've even lowered the rent so that they get the first month free, making it a little bit more enticing for them to want to come in.
So there was a person, again, or I don't know, Mr. Hernandez can maybe know about that, but there was a person looking at that, at a space where that cafe used to be at Aguinaldo's Cafe. So there was another person looking into it for a possible restaurant. I don't know if they ever followed through or not.
The only one I ever heard about was Mr.
Hernandez, yes, Hernandez.
And she was concerned about the rent and wanted to see if we could work with her on lowering them out. I know she was supposed to present at the last meeting.
Yeah, she was invited to come by, yeah, but she never followed up with you guys as far as anything else?
She didn't show up to that meeting. I didn't hear from her.
Okay.
There is a segment of the packet that is missing with some report on St. Ives. And just to give you a heads up, the Panda Express construction has moved rather rapidly, and so they expect to be open here by the Thanksgiving holiday, if not shortly thereafter. And then the strike store is moving also very quickly. And of course, we had talked about the other users coming in, and they all have laid out their timelines. We meet weekly with the city manager and a few of us on the team to discuss the progress of that site. We're very excited that it's taken off as quickly as it has. We know that one of the users that was set to come to this development has actually jumped ahead and signed a lease contract at the Star Plaza, which is the Marshall's department store. That in itself is exciting, knowing that they'll be coming into the location right there off of the bridge street, where you're going to start to see a lot of traffic next week when you have non-essential travel coming into town. So business is really picking up, and so is traffic, and so are the city's needs, and that's why we at the EDC are also involved with the city on the comprehensive master plan that they're working on, trying to identify where we can make improvements to infrastructure downtown, infrastructure on our roadways, drainage, you name it. A lot of different ideas came up during these public meetings, and that will come to the city commission for their report and acceptance of the plan. But just like we did it on the EDC end, the city's looking at a larger scale plan, which involves all the different elements of the city. So we're very happy to be a part of that. We've also been working very closely with the chamber on these binational roundtable meetings. This last one that we had was very well attended. We had our port director present on the stats for port of entry. There is obviously increased traffic at Rio Grande and Roma, and this is without the non-essential travel that we have had suspended for some time. So he is still wanting to come and address the board and give us his presentation. I think he had about an hour-long presentation with this group of individuals from Mexico, but they were all very eager to know what those next steps are going to be. And so we plan to have a meeting sometime in December to discuss security, because that's what is holding us back from moving forward on our marketing efforts to take Rio Grande into Mexico, so to speak. The question about, is it safe to be out there or not? And so we are working with our counterparts in Mexico to write a letter to all of your officials in law enforcement to help them understand that we really want to work on the security measures along that Ruta 54, because I think we all know that on this side of the border, things are pretty safe. We have an increased amount of law enforcement on this side, but we just don't know what's on the other side of Mexico. So we'll keep you informed, and we hope that you'll be able to join us at that next event. We also have been working over on our plans for the project over on 3167, and that, of course, is going to be discussed at the City Commission meeting next week. Jobs, we've been working very closely with Workforce Solutions on a job fair. We have our annual job fair in January, so we just need to firm up the dates for that and get people into the, workforce, and so we're already planning ahead for that. Last year we had one virtual, this year we're looking at in person. If you haven't had an opportunity to meet the South Texas College president, I encourage you to do so. He is dynamic. He is incredible. His background in economic development alone really is an asset not only to the Valley but to Starr County, Rio Grande City. He's expanding the programs here to bring in some programs that are going to be of value to our residents who are looking for work in manufacturing. He talked about electric cars and how they need to be, to know how to fix and repair those electric cars. Now with, what is it, Tesla coming into Texas, you're going to start seeing that demand grow for those type of repairs. And so he wants to build those programs right here in the Valley. And that's our way of carving out a niche for the industry. Since the automotive industry is primarily in Mexico, we could still work on those parts and repairs here on this side. So I might invite him to a meeting if he can come and join us at some point to tell us a little bit more about that. Sarah and Ms. Gonzalez gave us a report on Main Street. The new Christmas tree for Britton Avenue has been received, ordered. All the decorations have been purchased, so you're going to see a brand new tree out there at the kiosco. And I'm missing a section of the marketing and community promotions, but Melinda keeps busy. I want her to show you what she's been working on for the last several weeks. It is a video that the mayor had requested us put together for him to recruit business and industry in Mexico. And so I want her to show her work. But we've had ads. We're looking at the seasonal ads. The Thanksgiving Day ads are coming out. The program for the pageant has also been done. The football advertising's been taken care of. So we're just getting ready for those seasonal ads. And then Melinda's been working with Sarah on this Meet Me Downtown campaign. So they're going to work up some videos that they want to roll out too for the Shop Local.
You're not subscribed to the EDC, Melinda?
Is that mine? It's the Chiefs. It's the Chiefs. They hooked out.
It's the Chiefs. You need to subscribe to your channel. And it's muted, by the way.
Yes. The computer was muted.
The computer
so you would
was
have to go. Yeah, you'd have to go back to. Sorry.
That's okay.
Get out of there. Not you. Now, we saw a couple of these videos from Agualeguas, and I think that Melinda did just as good of a job, and that's because they had professionals doing theirs. So, kudos to Melinda on the work. Okay. take this with him into Mexico, and probably a delegation along with him of maybe the representatives from Roma and La Grulla, those officials that have been attending these binational meetings. And we've already received an invitation for a hotel place that is very, very nice. In fact, they're a theme hotel that do the, you know, the period, you know, dressing with the guns and the hats and the, you know, extravagant display. They do the reenactment of, what is it, some war in Mexico, and so you get to the hotel and they greet you with, you know, guns.
We hope it's fake guns.
Guns.
Very comforting.
Yeah. But very, very period-like. I just think something like that would be really nice here, you know, with the fort, you know, with the history of the fort. That'd be really nice to have a theme hotel around that. But anyway, the mayor's really excited about being able to share our message in Mexico, and we are too, because we are starting to generate a lot more attention with our growth, and our neighbors in Mexico see the value in investments here, and they're looking forward to the shopping opportunities that we're bringing to them. So that's good, increasing the tax base so we can reinvest in these programs that we have. In addition to this video, we're also working with the Rio Grande Valley Partnership on a regional video for the Rio Grande Valley, and this will be promoted at the ICSC conference, and this is specific to retailers like your Marshalls and Ross and all of those guys, to show them a little bit about the community. And so we're sharing time with my counterparts, the other EDCs, but it should be a nice video. We'll supply them with some stock videos, some of the stuff we already have, and they'll put it together. They already have a firm working on that. So, and that's it that I can report, unless there's any questions or
Any questions or comments?
Thank
No, a lot of good information. Thank you so much for presenting. Yes. All right. If there are any questions or concerns at this time, just want to wish, well, congratulate both bands, I guess, for making it to state. I know they competed, well, we competed on Monday, Tuesday. Did not advance to the finals, but again, very proud of our kids.
Made it to state, that was awesome.
Grill will
Way
be
to go,
competing
Rio.
here next week, so looking forward to them also.
Will they be coming to City Hall?
They did
A representative of the band? Or?
Yeah, it was
What did you say?
619.
No, just,
Oh, I
again,
thought they were
just,
coming to City Hall.
no, just congratulate them
Yeah.
all. Just, yeah.
And good luck to our football team
I
on
was about
Friday.
to say that, yes.
Yes.
Our Gators already made it to the playoffs. Looking forward to our Rattlers beating Eagle Pass win on Friday, so they win, make the playoffs. So let's wish them the best. All right. If you can, make it out there, support, and make it a weekend. So it should be fun. So again, with that being said, no other comments or concerns. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment this time.
I don't think we can take action without a quorum.
No quorum? Okay then.
We're adjourned.
All
We're no
right.
quorum. We can make no
No
motions.
quorum, so very good. So then at this point, this meeting is
Adjourned.
unofficially adjourned.
Very good.
All right.
I think it's nice of you to recognize